This is the future of eating, everybody.
Tastes like Thanksgiving dinner in sandwich form. Isn't that our train? Hello, Park hoppers.
Boing, boing, boing.
We are not at a park today.
We are parked, but not at a park.
Right. We are actually at our local SunRail station.
That is a public transportation train here in Central Florida. We're at the northernmost stop, DeBerry, which is in Volusia County, a couple of counties away from Orange County, Disney World and Universal and all that. We're gonna make a trip over into Orlando, somewhere several stops away. The whole line runs about 61 miles, well would if it went a little further north, eventually, all the way to Point Siena.
We're going to downtown Orlando to grab a bite at Wahlburgers for lunch.
It's Thanksgiving coming up, so you'll see what we get.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Ooh, yeah. And click that notification bell. And make sure to comment, leave us comments. We really do love to interact with you. We love to hear your thoughts. We like to talk back to you. No, just kidding. Speak back with you. We're late! We're late! In true White Rabbit fashion, we're trying to catch the 1:30 train, or the 12:30 train. He's gonna open it. There he is. Thank you.
It's temperamental.
It's human.
You gotta poke the bear just right.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Let's get a restaurant seat here. We made it.
She was trying to tell us to tap our car. I just couldn't hear because it's just loud.
What? We're sort of king and queen of the train. Disney fans, you'll see the stay behind the yellow line warnings.
We are at the Longwood station and we were just noting how the layout kind of reminds us of Magic Kingdom and the bus depot area and the monorail station. It's that same kind of look.
It really does.
Too.
Yeah, it's all about the brown. If you're wondering how fast we're going 0. Okay, when the train is going, it goes between 30 and 79 according to official SunRail statistics. And that means it comes out to an average of about 33, they say, including the stops. And for everybody not on our out of this world American system, that means between 48 and 127 kilometers per hour. And an average of 53 kilometers per hour.
Next stop is Altamont Springs.
Ding, 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 ding. Are there springs there? Is it like Disney Springs?
Not that I'm aware of, unless you count Wakaiba Springs.
When was the last time you were there?
Probably like 10 years ago. I have an unfortunate memory with turtles in a canoe.
I've heard the canoe story with your aunt. I've never been to Wakaiba Springs, so I've never scared turtles into the water.
Poor turtles.
They're versatile or versaturtle. Hey Zena, what restaurant is in Winter Park that is worth mentioning and it's named after a dessert?
Cheesecake Factory.
And what show did we happen to be watching last night that sort of mentioned it?
Bob's Burgers.
What did they call the Cheesecake Factory on Bob's Burgers?
The Tiramisu Warehouse.
That's pretty funny. We're always going to call the Cheesecake Factory the Tiramisu Warehouse from now on. There you see downtown Winter Park. And it's a train.
So much for getting a shot of downtown.
we're getting photobombed by one of the other SunRail trains. SunRail trains are bombardiers. They make a lot of things. Oh, there we go. A lovely view of downtown Winter Park, aka a grayish brownish roof. This is the Florida Hospital Health Village train station. There's a very large hospital, Florida Hospital South, in the Winter Park area still. Winter Park has a couple of different sections, really. There are some tourist destinations around here as well, such as the Orlando Science Center, and there are several museums. In fact, you can see the Orlando Science Center right there. It has a little dome on it, and the hospital in the distance, which has a very distinct tower. You see the Orlando skyline shaping up in the distance here. We are 2 stops away. First will be the Lynx station, which is a mass transit hub in downtown Orlando. Here's the Wells Fargo building. And one of about 2,642,322.8 parking garages in Orlando. There's a view of the Orange County Courthouse.
Welcome to SunRail.
Every time the train narrator woman says welcome to the station, it makes me think of Zombocom. Are any of you familiar in internet land with Zombocom? That one goes back a few years. We are here. Everybody's getting off at Church Street, it looks like. It's not raining, that's the excellent news. They make you tap in or tap out. No, this is not MMA. Tapping the card though, you gotta do it. We are here, Church Street, downtown Orlando. By a train. Just on the other side of I-4, that's what that is right there. I-4 elevated is the Amway Center, home of the Orlando Magic, as well as many other big functions for Orlando, of course. We are going to go to the right. Train dropped us west over here. You're looking at I-4 still. We're walking down what's called South Street. We crossed Boone. We're coming in 2 blocks to Orange Avenue, and then we're gonna take a left to Church Street. You can hear all sorts of construction and destruction going on as progress is being made in downtown Orlando. Here's the Grand Bohemian Hotel. A bit of Art Deco decoration going on there. Art Deco decoration, a little redundant. Here is Orlando City Hall. Xena, was there a movie demolition scene shot concerning the old City Hall?
Yes, I was actually there for this demolition when I was just a little kid. But if you know which movie it is, let us know in the comments below. It is part of a movie franchise. That is your clue. An action movie franchise.
Action movie franchise.
Buddy movie.
Darn, she's not gonna tell us what it is. Interesting statue up here, made of glass and steel, just like the rest of the city, almost. And the Dr. Phillips Center for Performing Arts, which is very popular here. 14, 13, 12, can we do it? Can we do it? Can we make it? This is Nature's Table, same color combo as Wahlburgers.
Oh, I just stepped in a puddle.
Seems like every video we're having to avoid a puddle. Pretty fountains. What do you say, folks? Do you say fountains or do you say fountains? Ooh, I see our sign.
Something smells really good. I'm thinking it's coming from Wahlburgers.
Is it your hair? If your hair smelled like hamburgers, you would have a lot of trouble keeping people away from your hair. Said nobody ever.
And there's the Downtown Orlando Information Center.
Hello, doggy. It's a very nice looking section of the city. It's a W corner of Orange Avenue and West Church Street. We're going to head into the Wahlburgers. Wahlburgers is a franchise by the Wahlberg brothers of Hollywood fame, Mark and Donnie, and probably less known, and maybe most importantly, their brother Paul, who is the mastermind chef behind the chain.
That's a giant water drop that just fell. I mean, it was really cold.
Thanksgiving is coming, so we'll see what they have for Thanksgiving offerings in here. We've heard a little something.
They have some kind of turkey burger.
Does that mean that I'm on it?
We're glad to have you here for your first time. You do have 3 main options for dining. We have a full service bar where you get food and drinks. We can also have you with a server, or you can order on your own right down there and sit in your own lobby for our service.
Great, okay, 3 different varieties. Thank you. We'll probably do counter service. Yep, okay. Thank you very much. Oh, there are the men of the hour. Look, it's Chef Paul right in the middle. Ladies and gents, look at this extensive menu. You have a million different kinds of burgers, salads, potato options such as tater tots, including sweet potato tots. They have additional sandwiches such as a portobello sandwich, which is meatless, but plenty of mushrooms. All of your salads over here. You have gluten-free buns, which is the trend these days, and you have vegetarian options. What do you think the kids menu section is called? It's called Small Bergs, of course. That's awesome. There are a lot of options on the Small Bergs menu too. Now let's get to even the tastier, sweeter part, fraps and floats and desserts. They consider fraps and floats not desserts. Some people probably would consider them desserts. I would. You have your Coca-Cola products here specifically. You have wines, red and white, several different beers, including the Wahlburgers, which is another fun play on words. You have even adult fraps. By the way, they have the all-beef pearl hot dog. Look at these little pint-sized desserts, everybody. Very colorful.
We've got our lunches. This is Mike's fish sandwich. And I got
the Thanksgiving turkey burger.
Yes. Being that Thanksgiving is next Thursday, we thought we'd celebrate a little early in burger form.
It is a 1/4 pound of fresh ground seasoned turkey, burger, stuffing, mayo on the side for us, house-made orange cranberry sauce, and roasted butternut squash for $8.50. All of the food is a la carte here, so the $8.50 is for the burger. We also got some of these delicious looking
Sweet potato tots. I already ate a couple and they're pretty good.
Over here we have the haddock sandwich, which is one of their specialty sandwiches.
Yummy. I see butternut squash, cranberry, stuffing, and the turkey.
That's a really amazing ingredient for a burger of any sort, is butternut squash. First impressions.
Tastes like Thanksgiving dinner in sandwich form. Tastes like stuffed turkey with the trimmings on it. And you get a roll.
It's time for Mr. Mike to try some haddock first, and eventually the turkey burger, and then, well, Thanksgiving burger, and also some of these delicious looking sweet potato tots. I almost called them fries. I don't think we're gonna put any of this ketchup on those. As you can see, we got a really nice view of the city. That's great. Need some butter and brown sugar and cinnamon. Time for the haddock.
The haddock sandwich is a haddock fillet that is panko crusted with lettuce, tomato, and house-made balsamic tartar sauce. Extreme close-up.
The balsamic tartar sauce, that really hits it off there.
And just so you know, I don't even really like tartar sauce that much, but I'm actually kind of looking forward to trying this because that sounds pretty good for tartar sauce. I'm going to try it now.
That tomato and balsamic, great combo. Xena has cut her half of the fish sandwich into half, making quarters, students. There you go. Again, she's not a huge fan of fish in general.
But this is good. Doesn't even taste like there's tartar sauce on it.
They didn't slather it with tartar sauce, so that's good. There's a lot of people who are pretty averse to tartar sauce, even if they like fish.
It's nice and crispy. It's not like overly fried. It's not greasy either.
This is one of the better fish sandwiches I've had in a while. I'm gonna start on the turkey burger portion over here, the Thanksgiving burger. I'm sorry, I need to call it Thanksgiving because that's why we're here, specifically for Thanksgiving. Overwhelmingly, at first, I taste the stuffing, which is fine because I love stuffing. It's pretty amazing.
It tastes like a Thanksgiving dinner.
It is. This is the future of eating, everybody. Just everything on a bun. Look at that orange-cranberry ooze. This is a combo of flavors. You have no idea what it's going to taste like as a burger on a bun until you get it together with the squash, jam, and turkey. Oh my gosh, it's really good.
It was the perfect amount of food. I feel full, but I don't feel overly full like I ate too much and have zero leftovers. So it was a good amount of food for the price, so I think the value is pretty good here. I think the total of our bill was 24 bucks, and I got a drink. These frappes are catching my eye. I'm having trouble deciding which flavor I want. Chocolate mint is usually my go-to, but chocolate strawberry sounds mighty tasty.
We'll see what she ends up with. I second everything that Zena said about the meal there as far as the price and everything. This is one of those chains or places that is probably considered trendy. It's in the trendy downtown district here in Orlando. Considering all of that, the prices are reasonable. Like you could go to, say, Deluxe Burger in nearby Disney Springs and pay approximately the same amount for similar amounts of food. This is a really tasty choice. Yeah. Those are two of the best sandwiches I've had in a while. Wahlburgers has a doorway that goes into and out of the SunTrust building. Check it out. It's architecture in action. Is it architecture in action or architecture in action? Here we have Latin Square cuisine.
Oh, that's right up my alley.
And there's even a shoe shop here. We're gonna check out the fountain before we catch the train. We don't want to be late for the train because the next train doesn't run from this stop at Church Street until another hour from this stop. It's a reflecting pool. I feel like we should see the Washington Monument here. Oh, wait, there is the obelisk. Have you studied your Egyptian and otherwise symbolic history? This is all at 300 South Orange Avenue here in Orlando.
Why do you think it's called Orange Avenue?
I don't know, I don't see any oranges here. If it were in Georgia, it would be called Peach Avenue, wouldn't it? That's for you, Zach. Here's your sense of direction. A walking review of the mocha frap or frappe, Zena, from Wahlburgers.
Well, it is quite tasty. It's very chocolatey. However, I'm not really tasting the coffee part of the mocha. That's a little disappointing. But overall, it's yummy for a milkshake type beverage.
I tasted it as well, and she is correct. There is not a whole lot of mocha flavoring in there, and it's still very tasty. If they're going to err with having more of one of the flavors than the other, I will take more chocolate than mocha every time. She'll probably take more mocha than chocolate.
Mike's not a coffee person. I, on the other hand, yeah.
Bing! That was our signal to cross. Zena and I were just remarking that this looks like another particular city downtown that we've been into.
Kind of reminds us a little bit of Atlanta. Same kind of vibe.
A lot of downtowns, of course, in the cities can look similar, but this really does have the same feel.
Just not quite as hustle and bustly as Atlanta is. You have a major airport right next to it.
The Atlanta airport, Hartsfield-Jackson International, is the busiest in the world according to some statistics. Here we are back to the SunRail station here at Church Street. Very raggedy looking around here right now because they are doing the perpetual destruction and reconstruction of I-4 and apartment buildings and business buildings and parking garages. I feel like it'll never stop. So I-4 is very, very ugly right now overall. The train is going to approach any second now. Not. SunRail connections. Here's a handy dandy map for you for folks who like to look at maps such as Zena and I. Zena's favorite map probably to look at is of the DC Metro.
And it lays out all the links connections, so when you get off at a SunRail station you can take a Lynx bus.
Oh, you see the Lynx logo, L-Y-N-X. They also saw, if you maybe saw, a sign that said limo, L-Y-M-M-O, another play on the Lynx word there. Lynx is public transportation around here, the buses. Of course, you always have your Ubers and your Lyfts.
We might try to come back another time to show you the History Center. It's a museum that's also in downtown. Haven't been in quite a while, but it's a pretty cool place to visit. There's lots of other museums around here too. Something for y'all to look forward to.
Woohoo! There, I got my first woohoo in there for this one. Aren't you guys lucky?
I got bit by an ant.
An ant just bit my foot every time I wear these shoes.
Well, because they're so open. And there's little ants just crawling around.
Florida! Friends, do you live somewhere where you don't really have many ants? If so, you're lucky, because anywhere in Florida, you can be standing anywhere in the middle of the concrete and steel jungle. You can be standing on the railroad tracks. No, don't do that. And you can get bitten by an ant. Speaking of standing on the railroad tracks, we did just see a couple, the only other people that were at this station waiting for the train. We just saw them cross the tracks in the distance. We have no idea what their deal was. Crazy. We just missed our train because we were on the wrong side. We have to wait a whole hour. That's our fault. They do not wait. They keep a schedule.
I'm glad I didn't tap in over there.
We just went to the wrong side of the tracks, literally. We should have figured that out. That was a train fail. Now we have to wait an hour. I made Xena run across the street and everything.
For a good reason, but...
We'll walk around a little bit here. There's plenty to look at. Parking meters, school playground with tricycles, a fountain, juice bikes, apparently just orange juice, Adirondack chair. Our answer to this very simple question is absolutely. We're going the wrong way. Wait, how do they know which way we're going? What movie is that from, folks? Back aboard. We actually caught the correct train this time. Hi, train.